Hi everyone, welcome to my next video. Today I want to talk about psychic abilities. Now, many of you don't believe in psychic abilities, and that's absolutely fine. And some of you have experienced things that cannot be explained by our five senses and logic. And I've already talked about many of my very strange experiences ever since the age of 3. Strange to many of you, but not strange to me because I've been this way all my life. And one of the reasons why I'm talking about all of these experiences on my YouTube channel is that I want to document all of them in the event, hopefully in my lifetime, most likely probably not, but maybe one day there'll be an explanation for them. Since technology is moving so quickly, our understanding of quantum physics and how energy can manifest into physical objects and all of that, I find that absolutely fascinating because that's happened to me in my life. So here we go. I'm going to tell you a few more true stories that defy explanation, and please feel free to share your thoughts, your comments, your questions. Again, this topic absolutely fascinates me and leaves me dumbfounded much of the time. Here's one. This was, gosh, years ago. I was 18, 19 maybe. And I was dating a man who I cared deeply for. However, I was dating someone else without his knowledge. Okay, I was carefree, I was young, I was a little reckless, maybe a little more than a little reckless, but there you go, I was a teenager. So here I was in a car driven by the man that I didn't really have strong feelings for, but we had gone on a date, and he was a nice guy. But I really had strong feelings for this other man. So he was driving me home, and I suddenly had like a movie playing in my mind. I guess you can call it a vision of the man I cared about sitting on the hood of his car. Now this was summer, no shirt on, barefoot, laughing, talking with his friends, and smoking a cigarette. I suddenly said to the man driving me home, "Stop the car. I'll walk home from here." Now, the vision was of this man I cared about sitting directly in front of my neighbor's house. And I just knew he was there, and I didn't want him to see me with this other guy. I know it's not a great way to treat someone, but again, I was a teenager. So the guy I was with said, "No, no, 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 I'll drive you home, Barbara, don't worry." But I did not want this other man to see me with him, so I insisted. So he stopped the car, and I walked home a few blocks. Well, as I came around the corner to the street where I lived, and I approached my house, there, sitting on the hood of his car, no shirt on, smoking a cigarette, laughing and talking with his friends, barefoot, was the man that I had deep feelings for. I never shared any of these experiences with anyone in fear of people not believing me, and all these years I kept this one to myself. And over time, I never did tell him about it because of the doubt and the skepticism that's out there today. How do these things happen? I have no idea. But it comes from somewhere. And it comes from somewhere that is all-knowing, all aware, and can interact with us. So for those of you who don't believe in psychic abilities, tell me what you think. please, please offer your thoughts on how these things happen. I've had so many other things happen, and some of them are so trivial, they're laughable. For example, I was with someone else years later and looked out the window from his apartment at our two cars parked together. And out of the blue, spontaneously, without a thought, I said to him, I think our cars know each other. Now, isn't that stupid? Isn't that ridiculous? Cars don't know each other. Cars don't have thoughts or feelings or personalities. Well, it turns out that he purchased his car months ago at the very same old man, tiny, I can't even call it a dealership. He sold used cars out of his front yard. Months later, I had purchased my car from the same elderly man, and there were numerous other dealerships and places to buy cars in the area. And this old gentleman who sold cars was at least 30 miles away and a few towns over. Why would I even say that? Had our cars been parked next to each other? Isn't that stupid? But see, it's not about the cars. It's about how I knew. How did I know that? Now, these stories don't seem to have any purpose at all other than telling me that there's an ability I have that's unexplainable. I've had moments where I've just known that I will see someone, and within the hour I see them, and I'm sure many of you have experienced that also. Or warnings in our gut not to do something, and it's turned out to be dangerous or detrimental to us. And I think all of these things come from the same place or the same entity. Now here's another one. I was watching TV one evening with this same man, and it was a fascinating movie. Both of us were just so engrossed in watching it. We hadn't spoken in quite some time, and I suddenly blurted out, "No, I haven't." Well, he turned to me and he said, "How did you know what I was thinking? I was going to ask you, have you ever seen this movie before? But Barbara, I didn't say anything." Well, I just shrugged my shoulders and I said, "I don't know." But the real answer was, I felt him asking me. Now, how is that? Isn't that crazy? Yet it's not crazy. It's very, very natural to me. Now, I never really shared these stories with many people because they laugh, they shake their heads, they say, "I don't know, that's kind of crazy, Barbara," or "that was chance," or "that was coincidence," and they kind of explain it off. And that's why I don't share my stories anymore, because it's not chance, it's not coincidence. It's something much deeper and much more meaningful to our lives. So I just wanted to share these few more stories. I've just encountered so many, knowing things before they happen, knowing things about people, even things that aren't positive things that I would never tell someone. Because sometimes I know things about people that they don't even know about themselves, and figure that out. It does make sense. And I don't know if it's because I'm an intuitive empath. Maybe I inherited this from my relatives, which I do believe it's an inherited trait. And not everyone is like this. Maybe it's rare. So please feel free to comment. I love your questions. Tell me if you feel similar, or if you've had similar experiences. And again, my book will soon be out, and it will include all of my true paranormal experiences. It will be called There Is a Something. I will be self-publishing it, and it will be set at an extremely low price. I think it's only going to be $1.99. So thank you again. I hope you're all having a great day, and please ask me about things you'd like me to talk further about. I so enjoy my channel and I enjoy interacting with all of you. Thanks everyone. Take care and have a great day.